Yo guys, what you saying? It's Reece from Race Planet, and today I'm finally gonna show ya the beast in depth. So this is my Subaru Replica 22R. It was built by Scooby Clinic, and what they did is they basically started with a version 5 Type R shell, stripped it down, sprayed it and built it up from the ground with a 22B body kit and a load of goodies. So let's have a look under the hood. So under the hood we've got a 2.5 closed deck fully forged engine. We've got an SC46 turbo, we've got Cyvex, we've got all the usual goodies, oil cooler. Transmission is a 6-speed from a normal STI. There was a 5-speed with an upgraded Auburn's gear kit in there, but they're rated to about 5, around about 5, not much over 500. So obviously I got bigger plans for this car, so I thought I'd put the 6-speed in straight away. Obviously this in the boot here is a swirl pot. Now obviously swirl pot stops fuel surge, and if you know anything about these Subarus, suffers from fuel surge and it's very dangerous. So this car no longer suffers from that, and it's no longer dangerous due to that. So it's got 3-inch straight through exhaust, 17-inch alloys all the way around. Yeah, we've got the roof scoop. If you have a look at the interior, we've got the Recaro seats. Got the steering wheel retrimmed in Alcantara. We've got a toucan display, and we've also got the DEFI gauges. So this car is also running on meth. It's got a fuel flex sensor. So even if I get the meth mix wrong, because I've put the meth straight into the tank with the petrol, so even if I get the meth mix wrong, the fuel flex sensor will do what it does and it won't be a problem. The car will just adjust to it. I haven't yet put this car on a dyno, but if I was to have a guess, I would say it's about 470 at the moment, because there's plenty more to come for this car. All right, enough of the talking, let's go for a drive. So I'm out in the car now, and what can I say? I love this car. I absolutely love this car. I've always been a Subaru fan, like always since I was little, watching the rallies. But what done it for me is when the Subaru came out with the 2-door, wide-arched WRC car. That for me was just like, wow. And then Colin coming round corners sideways and power sliding out. That was it for me. That was it. I was always gonna acquire a car like this. I ain't never really gonna get a 22B. To be honest, I don't really want one. Well, you know what I mean? Number one, I can't afford that kind of money. And number two, if I did have a 22B with the kind of money that it's worth, I wouldn't be driving it like how I drive this. You know what I mean? So it's always been my plan to to build a 22B replica that I can drive the way I want to. I've had the bug eye, obviously. I got the bug eye because at the time when I bought the bug eye, I couldn't afford a decent two-door, do you know what I mean? So anyway, I got there in the end, innit? So that's what it's all about, innit? Got there in the end. I now own one of my dream cars. Well, actually, I own now one out of my two actual real dream cars. And when I say that, I mean cars that when I was younger, I thought, I thought I want to own that. White body Subaru, two-door. This one, tick. The other one is an R34 GTR. The way my bank account is set up, I don't know. Yo, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Trust me, if Race Paint takes off, we will get there. I will be buying one. But yo, right now, yeah, we can dream and we've got goals. But yeah, this car, man, I love it. With the 2.5 setup, there's very little lag. Obviously, the bug eye was a 2.1 stroker, so it had a lot of lag. Nothing could happen, and bang, it's in. This from 3,000 revs, it's just there, power, and that also it doesn't cause problems. But when you're coming off roundabouts, even at low speeds, you can't plant it. Well, you can plant it, but the back of this car, sometimes it feels like a rear-wheel drive car. This car just gets sideways, like it's rear-wheel drive. You know what I mean? Remember what I was telling you about? The back comes out. You know what I mean? But obviously, being four-wheel drive, just keep it planted a point where you need to go, then it just sorts itself out. You know what I mean? It does take a bit of balls sometimes, because when it comes out a little bit, obviously it's all right. But mate, this thing comes out fully sometimes, and it's in your head. It's telling you, yo, ease off, let off. No, don't do that. That's when you'll have an accident. You just gotta keep it planted and point it to where you want it to go, and it will go there in the end. You know what I mean? The sound, just the drama. I think people say, oh, what is it with old school cars? I think it's the drama that you get. All these new cars, they do everything for you. I'm not saying they can't be fun. They can be fun. I took my Type R FK2 to the Nürburgring. I had a whole load of fun in that car. So of course they can be fun, but you don't get the drama of these old school cars, especially these rally cars, because that's basically what it is, isn't it? It's a rally car. You know what I mean? This is what it's made for, the lanes, and it's not made for going on the motorway and doing 150 miles an hour. It's not made for that. You know what I mean? It's made for the lanes. It's a rally car. You know what I mean? Drive it for what it's made for, and you'll actually find it's like, yo, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. So plans for this car, obviously the power right now is about 470, I think. I'm not sure, because I ain't put it on the dyno yet. I will be doing that over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to take a trip down to MSL. Acid, I'm going to call you to book this in, so we can know what it's pushing out basically. But I will be changing the turbo soon. I'm in two minds. But it's already got the SC46 billet turbo, but Scuba Clinic have got a new SC46 turbo out, which is a SC46 Plus, which is better turbo than this, and it does better figures than this. So I'm either going to put one of those on, or I might go for something slightly a bit more bigger. So then we're talking probably around about 550. So I'm in two minds at the minute, because the way the car is now to drive is beautiful. So don't really want to put on bigger turbos and start causing more lag and stuff, you know what I mean? I ain't made up my mind. What do you think? I'll leave up to you guys. Well, I wouldn't leave up to you guys, but what do you guys think? Should I just put the SC46 Plus on here, which will give me more power? It'll probably give me about 30 bhp more, maybe 40 bhp more. But the car will still drive how it drives now, like no lag. Or should I go for a bit of a bigger turbo, which will probably get me towards 550 brake, but might have a bit more lag? What would you do? Like I said, I ain't made my mind up yet. I need to do a quick U-turn. Get out! Woo! Mate. The way this car just lets loose at the back, I think part of it is because as well, I need to change the tyres on here. There's okay tyres on here. They're not top class tyres, do you know what I mean? So the car's light as well, so when you do give it a bit of power when you're coming around corners, the back is just wet. Well, like I said, when you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy to control. I do think some Pilot Sports will probably help that a bit. I don't know, I could be completely wrong, but I suppose we're going to find out, because I am going to put the Pilot Sports on there. And also what I need to do is I need to firm up this suspension. It's got adjustable suspension on, and it's got 8 settings. At the minute it's on 4, so it's like half and half. What I need to do is I need to put it to about 6, maybe 7. So when it's on the road, it feels a bit more planted. It feels planted now, but it's a bit springy for my liking. And when I'm on it, sometimes this back arch rubs when I'm going over bumps and stuff. So I'm thinking, well, I'm hoping when I do make it more firm, that will help with that problem as well. One thing you have to remember about these cars as well is you're on your own, mate. Like you're fully on your own. Oh God! You got no computers helping you, no ABS, no traction control. It's just you. The steering wheel. And the pedals, you know what I mean? If it goes wrong, yo, you better sort that, you know what I mean? You can't rely on the computer to stop it from spinning or whatnot, you know what I mean? But again, this is why people love these old school cars so much. You know what I mean? They're not that easy to drive fast. A bit of a jump. Especially when it's a bit greasy as well, like it is now. Oh mate, never gets old. Never gets old. I cannot see myself selling this car. I've had many offers to buy this car already, especially on the Subaru groups. People are always in my inbox, you're selling this, you're selling this. Come on man, you're selling it. No, I'm not selling it. You know what I mean? I'm not selling it. To be fair, I actually got a great deal with this car. This car actually saved me so much money. So much money. It was always my plan to build a 22B Rep. What I was going to do is I was going to buy a Type R and basically do the whole thing myself. And when I bought this car, I was actually looking for a Type R. And so I was in the market for a Type R. I was looking, like, trying to find the right Type R to basically start the project with. And then this popped up and it just was like, wow, it's basically done. I've got to change a few things. What it's done, it's going to save me the time, the money, and the effort and the hassle. So obviously it was a lot more than what I was planning to fork out for the Type R. But mate, in the long run, it saved me so much money, like so much money. So it's worked out all right for me. The owner has actually asked me if I want to sell it back to him. If you're watching this, no chance, no chance. But I thank you because you sold it me in the first place. So thanks very much. But will I sell it back to you? Hell no. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm sorry it took me so long to show you this car in detail. Better late than never is what they say. We got there in the end, didn't we? So yeah man, if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button. Leave a comment. What do you think about the Subaru? And also, what do you think I should do with the turbos? Like I was speaking about in this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell notification. There's loads more content to come on this car and loads more content to come on Race Planet, including new cars. One might be announced pretty soon. Not pretty soon, but one's in the pipeline. Another one will be in the pipeline pretty much straight after that. Yeah, I'm back, man. If you've been following me for the past few months or so, you can see the uploads are back. I'm back. We're back. Race Planet. Peace.